on 88.5 Kings FM. Truth on the airway, calling on me. From Morovia Street to the village's far. We're speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Best issue, stand up, people. The future is now, no stories of old.
I want you to take your time.
Making voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Evening light breaking, people tuning in. Different voices calling, let the talk begin. From corruption talk to the people them cry. Asking real questions like why? Community voices, youth them rising strong. Mama them calling, saying things been wrong. We need solution, not we talk. Time to fix the system, time to take a walk. No fear, no favor, we're speaking it clear. The truth might be bitter, but the people must hear. From county to county, the message goes spread. Better Liberia, that's the road ahead. Face the issue, no hiding again. Truth on the airwaves, calling us citizens. From Liberia to the villages far. We're speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Face the issue, stand up, people. The future is now, not stories of old. We teach our light on the radio, making voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Politicians talk, but the people want proof. No more empty promise, we define the truth. Every patient on give jobs for the youth. Let the leaders answer, let them show the truth. From the 15 counties, every citizen matter, no one escape. It's now we country, we all gotta say. Face the issues now, don't delay. Talk your mind, stand your ground. Let the truth come out loud, make it shake the town. Face the issue, no more silence. We bury our rising, we're making it proud. Colin, speak up, your voice matters. This is more than a show. It's a movement.
All government secure all finance of all road effort in the country. For sign repertoire and 10-year electricity financing. 10 years.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
The thing that we see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, it's the end of the story.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they lie. They don't put also everything they say. They don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. Is Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Anthony April Godson William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack away. You know, but what I say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the facts in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the assembly hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is a unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Fruitown to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I'm so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes, and it will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, Let us believe and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponents, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. I believe we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
Supreme Court on the petition of writ of prohibition to prohibit the conduct of the judge. That does not mean we are discrediting the judge. No. First, we want to appreciate him, the manner and form he conducted the trial. This was a seriously, legally charged and intellectually engaging trial that he was able to manage it by the techniques and tactics of courtroom management to the extent that the case ended. To see the judge now, that we know with all of the caliber of lawyers that were before him, including a former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, including a former judge of the ECOWAS Court, who was a lawyer before him, to conduct that trial in the manner and form for us to reach to the conclusion of that case, again, has up. But this post-disbandment of the jury investigation is ultra-virus, is illegal, is in violation of the law. And we don't want to believe that it is the judge that we know in the case. So that is what we have done today. There is a petition that has been found today, and there is a stay order on that investigation, and we go to the Supreme Court to give our case. We have the laws in our favor. The laws are there. We just want to inform you. We're not fighting to influence any decision, but to inform you as to the developments that are unfolded there today and are unfolded. The next thing is this. These three jurors were asked in court, is this your verdict? The judge on every occasion in the trial told them, when you have any issue with anything that happened there, in the open court, tell me so we can address it. They said we have no issue. And we understand why all of these things are happening. Most of these jurors are public servants. We understand, we get intelligence that people are pressurizing these jurors in the places they work, and their jobs are under threat. And we don't believe in that investigation that are unfolding because it is an attempt to influence people over there to lie on people and for people to run with it as a propaganda machinery. The law is the law. The old age tradition of our country have said from almost 200 years on the existence of this country, from 1816 to present, in our jurisprudence, they said once the jurors have dispersed and resumed private status, recall becomes constitutionally dangerous and legally improper. In which case is that Des versus Belden, 5792S40 in 2016, U.S. Supreme Court opinion. There are other opinions. There is an opinion in Liberia here where the Liberian Supreme Court said when the juror has returned a verdict of acquittal and there is a complaint of jury tampering, the judge should not disband the jury. Let us understand the gap there. When they return the verdict, they acquitted the man, but they are not yet disbanded. They stay under the jurisdiction of the court because everybody in open court. And a party makes an application to the court of jury tampering. The judge will stop that whole proceeding and conduct an investigation. That is the law. But when there is no complaint, while the jury have been pulled and then the verdict have been recorded and the parties have given thanks to the juror and they disbanded the juror
and they go into their private life, you cannot, because it is issue of jurisdiction. The authority to call a jury about a proceeding in a February term of court is an issue of jurisdiction. The judge presently has no jurisdiction to review a proceeding of the last term, February term. He has no jurisdiction. He's a fine gentleman. He's a fine judge, smart judge, eloquent judge. But in this one, he's in error. He's in error. This is not with any disrespect to him. We appreciate him. We really admire him with the manner and form that he conducted the trial. And he did it well. Any attempt for somebody to come and impress on the court to revise a litigation that has gone through due process consistent with the Constitution and calling for an investigation is an attempt to even ask the judge to undermine his own decision. And we as arm of the court will not allow that to sit here. And that's why we went to the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court speak. We don't want favor from the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court must look at the law. That's what we want. And that's what the Supreme Court is all about. The law. Go and look at the law. They will look at the law and say, oh, yes, this is the law. And yeah, no, this is not the law. Finish. So that is what we call you for. And so on that basis, we want to say to you that we have filed a petition for the issuance of the writ of prohibition before the Honorable Supreme Court, and that there is a stay order on the investigation.
Okay, so let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very diet, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. But remember. And you have to know that our country comes first in everything that we do. And so we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything He has done for our country. And we're going to be together till God parts us. And until then, we are together and we're going to crave for the best for our country. Whether you like it or not, you like what we say or you hate it, well, those haters, it's up to you. But of course, for those who like what we say, we want to say thanks to you for supporting us, for aligning your thoughts with that of ours. And we are grateful that we all are patriots. We are nationalists. And we'll do everything we can for our country. I was fortunate to have visited one of my long-term followers and his wife, and his darling wife. I was able to visit them in a community I would not name. And today he said, I've been your ardent follower all along, being in the United States of America. My wife and I decided to come home after retirement, and this is our home. You are one of our sons. We are now adopting you into this family, and I was so happy seeing him. And of course, Mr. Kappe and his darling wife, I want to say what's up to all of you. Great that you are back home and living here with us. And he blessed me with 3 things. And he said, out of them you will take. I said, He said, yes. He said, out of Justice Minister, Information Minister, there's another one again. And I've got 3 things. And subsequently in the future in this country. And Justice Minister, Information Minister, then one thing he said, but Chief Justice, something like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he said, those are 3. I put all 3 before you, but remember, God will give you one. You can take any one of them, but God will give you one. I said, thank you. So his thoughts about at the level of the judiciary, and aligns with former Associate Justice Gary Johnson, and like I told you before when I went for the Recitor's interview. The question I was posed to me, the way I answered the question, she interrupted, and I obeyed the wisdom of all of the interviewers, and she said, "You I can tell you for sure that the way you answer this question, wash out, you will find yourself on the Supreme Court's bench. That's your destiny. And I said, amen. And I left. And that was all. The moment I answered the only question she posed to me, the way I answered it, and then she blessed me with that, I left. So I got to work towards it now confirmed by Mr. Capper, mentioning that as well. So we are working. With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. And all things are positive. And I always tell you that. How's everything with you people? You know, God is wonderful and God will continue to take us through in everything that we do. And we can only be grateful to the Almighty God that we are beaming with life and not of good health. We wish Joseph Bogan and his entire team, like His Excellency Ambassador George Manor, we have said, we wish them all the best in the fight against drug. And that's one thing we had always wished for. Like even under the CDC administration, we had expected that it would have been a joint fight. But it was difficult for us. It was very difficult for us because the very people who were supposed to join us and are the same people who were bringing in the drugs in the country. From what we are understanding now, they were the same people bringing it in into the country because Kush has increased in this country. Kush, according to the LDA statistics reported by the Liberian investigator, and they said Kush has increased in this country from 2024, 2025. Kush is on the increase in the country. It's on the increase in the country. But you know why there's no noise about it? Do you know why there's no noise about it? Because the evil people who used to be bellowing and talking about all the noise, they're creating it. They brought it. They are now in power. We knew that these things will always be menace in society and people will continue to fight it as a government. Even in the great United States of America, people still fighting drugs. Go check some of the prison facilities here and there. Those are people who declare drug addicts. They are there. In the entertainment industry, you found several of them there. It's something that people will still fight. But when it comes to the level of now going to the communities to damage our children, then we kick against it the most. And that's the kind of effort, concerted effort we had expected from folks who are today in power. But instead of joining, they were the ones that were bringing in the drugs in this country at then. Today, it has gone on the increase because they are now free to allow the drugs to come in country. The only reason you're not hearing noise about it, because the opposition now is not one that's going to be causing noise because we don't know the quantity of it that's in country. So the guys who were bringing it at the time under we are administration, they knew the quantity that they were infusing into the Liberian society. They knew what they were bringing in the country. So what they were doing to just perfect it until they said, they were just in the business of taking the drugs, carrying it to communities and putting it there, injecting people with all kind of things and giving it to people in the communities, and then they will highlight it. You think there are not many deaths in hospitals? The only reason you're not hearing much about it, because the very health practitioners who used to politicize it, they were getting all of the statistics. Then they will unleash those statistics to the Unity Party folks and say, look, so president have died. The other one has happened now. So with the health sector being totally politicized, and you saw it, and those people who politicize the health sector, they are the one that managing the statistics today. You think you will ever get the fair statistics of what happened in this country to people? No, you will not get it. Because the very people who were there manipulating, manufacturing statistics, and even engineering some of those things that were happening so that they could include it into their statistics, they are the ones that are the helm of health authorities today. These things are just glaring. When we share with you people these things, you get to ask yourself question why. I will show you certain video to back my argument. Show you this. You know, we speak with facts. We speak with facts. We speak with facts backed by evidence. We speak with facts backed by evidence. And you know, in a law profession, any side you explain, or sometimes in the law school when we were there, even up to date. They will tell you, say, explain the facts of the story. Any side that is talking is the fact. But that fact need to be backed by evidence. If the evidence cannot back the fact, then of course your fact is a lie. Right? So whatever you assume is fact. But of course, it should be backed by evidence. And that's what we always crave for. I'm about to show you a video to that effect. And I'm one person who will always share with you facts about people. If I tell you, say, the other community involved in this thing, I will bring something to show you, to tell you that the community has gone bad. But first of all, let me, on behalf of His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia, who are, of course, out there, identified with the Muslim community with the Grand Mufti's loss. And of course, a circular has passed by with his chief administrator and D. Maswell Sarkemeya, who was sharing with us the president's condolence to the Muslim community over the loss of the Grand Mufti. So we'd like to share that and condolence as well. And we think the Muslim community, you can take heart. And it is God who giveth, and He's the taker. So we just wish you all the strength that Allah will give you, so that you continue to live in strength and do what you can in pleasing, and of course, don't please Him, no, but of course, serve God, serve Allah, whichever way, with the Prophet Muhammad being your prophet. We wish him all the best, and thanks for his service to country. Thanks for his service to you all, and we wish him all the best. But we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are here. For those of us He has left behind, for those of you whom He left behind, all you can do, the best you can do for Him is to live His wishes, His dreams, His effort He exerted in making you people great people. Yeah. Followers of the Prophet Muhammad, so that you people will continue to serve the best way they can. He's gone, but again, his memory stays on, his lectures, his teachings, they stay on for you people to carry it on. Anything short of that, he will be disappointed wherever he is. So you have to do it, and then do it to the best of your abilities. We are all Liberians, and we are all born here. And we have different denominations that will come from. We have different religions that will come from. And that does not in any way mean that indeed we are different people. No, we are just the same people. It will happen. Things will happen. Things will fall apart. Things will get in place. But again, it doesn't make us to be people who are from different world. No, we are all Liberians born of the soil. Some of you by naturalization. But some of us, we are born of the soil. So we are grateful to the Almighty God, and we are happy always interacting with you. For those of you who don't like us, and you think that we are bad to this country, it's left with you. Think any way you want to think. We believe that everybody can be on the same side. That's what I respect you for where you are. Respect me too. You don't want to think my decision is right. You want me to accept your decision. Who determines whether decision is wrong or not? It is the end that will justify that. The result will justify whether that decision was right or wrong. Right? So we have automatic evaluations of what it is. That means a summary. At the end of it, what result that decision brought forth is what will determine whether that decision was right or wrong. So the kind of result that we are seeing in this country now under Joseph Yuma Boaka is what are telling us that you people made the wrong decisions. The only thing you can crave for now is to pray that that decision and Joseph Boaka does well, so that you people can be proud of him. Yeah, so that you people can be proud of him. I don't have a problem with you people, whatever it is, who you want to support, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So people will say what they want to say, but it doesn't matter how you want to do it, but it's up to you. I'm about to show you a video. When I'm saying some of these things, you can go and say, oh, AB, you're talking, oh, AB, you're talking, oh, AB, not just talking. No, I don't just talk. I take my time to know whatever I'm about to say here or I will be saying on the radio, it will be for you people consumption. And it will be evidence-based. I'm about to show you a video. Now, as I speak, now, to back what I said from the onset, because we're talking something about why is it you are not hearing much. And the thing that affected CDC the most is this. Listen now. Remember, we came from war. So when we came from war, we went to elections. It would have been a difficult thing for CDC. Anybody would have been that. If CDC was in the position that Unity Party was fortunately in, whatever happening, it would have benefited the CDC. Now, so we went to war. After the war, we went to elections. We went to election. The first political party to be birthed, to come forth in our restoration the chief party is the Unity Party. So it is obvious, and you know our government, the private sector is not booming that much. So the Unity Party, when we came from war, obviously becomes the first political establishment following the war to give employment opportunities to Liberians. So the system, the restructuring of the system of governance in this country at all arms and levels of government, whether the judiciary, whether the legislature, whether the executive arm, whatever it is, the Unity Party was the one that filled in the cells, the structures. Those structures were put in place by them. Now, so you had expected that our CDC coming to power after the Unity Party. You think about the years of war we fought in this country. And then after that, you have people transition from war to peace, constitutional democracy. And the first political party to have managed that, superintend that, is the Unity Party. So is it not obvious that you have had Unity Party within the systems and structures at various arms and levels of government? Yes, they would. Whether in the health sector, whether in the police, or whatever it is, whatever sector, they were there. The Unity Party folks were there. In the AFL, whatever, I said police, whatever system of government that were put in place that time, it is possible that these people were more aligned with the Unity Party because it's the Unity Party that gave them first employment opportunity, especially for 12 years under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. What are the National Elections Commission as well? These people were there. They were put there, magistrates or whatever it is. So these staff then are working in the National Elections Commission. They got those opportunities from the Unity Party. So it's obvious that they will carry some level of hearts for the Unity Party because it was the Unity Party that gave them the opportunity for them to have jobs. So the CDC was walking into a system that was created and filled in by the Unity Party. Now, was it that easy, knowing that a structure and system that was created by the Unity Party was in place? Was it that easy, or it would have been a prudent thing for the CDC to just have ousted that group? It would have sent the CDC way back. So the best thing George Weah did, which of course was good, was to say, look, we are all Liberians. We'll work together. Because these people already carry what we call institutional memories. They've been in the system for 12 years. So if you just came to power and then you are concentrating on dissolving them, you know what you're doing to yourself? You will hurt yourself the most. Though it also still helped hurt the CDC because they were working within the system and because the CDC allowed them to stay within the system in order to preserve institutional memories, which of course was a quite great and brilliant decision, which was quite a brilliant decision. Yeah. So it was obvious
that these guys, you couldn't just do away with them because they had what we call the institutional memories. For 12 years, they had everything. So it was difficult to take them away. All you had expected them to do to be patriotic, nationalistic, and work towards it. But what did they do? Some of them worked against the CDC. So when you saw betrayals within the CDC, yeah, it started from the very foundation of our restoration to constitutional democracy. That Unity Party was vested with that authority in creating and filling in that void that was left in our country for 14 years of civil unrest. It was the Unity Party exclusively that filled in that void. So it was obvious you to have that in the health sector. So the CDC, to work against the CDC was very easy. They control the data and so forth. So all the data and things that you saw them sharing with the international community, when you hear Malcolm McCarthy, then used to say, oh, we're going to have press conference. The other data, the NGOs, all of them, they have, all these kind of things. They always, all the NGOs that you have in the country, they have some ties with the Unity Party for 12 years. So it was a difficult thing for the CDC. It was a difficult thing for the CDC. Sometimes the lodges is good we preach it so that you will know where we are as a people. Now, all of these conditions you had expected that, look, these people, we are all Liberians. That's why Unity Party being there for 12 years and they carry institutional memories, and we have now come in and we're not touching them. We put them part of us. We think that they will be more nationalistic and serve the state than regime. They will serve the state than a regime. That is what the CDC taught. That is what George Weah taught. That's why he said, whether blue or green, all of us will work together, because he knew exactly that the transition to him, a country that was already made by the Unity Party, filled in by the Unity Party. So it was a difficult thing for him to just carry young citizens who have we just came from war. 12 years. Since they came from war, they never worked in offices before. So you are expected that they will take all the people then who have been taught within the system and to take them from there and then put young Jefferson Koji, Mamasi Kabade in there. It was a difficult thing for the CDC. That's why you saw the system work against the CDC, because those people, they are not nationalists. They are not patriots. They serve regime than state. They are not state servants. They are regime servants. So that's why they worked against the CDC at the level of the National Elections Commission, whatever arm and level, even at the level of the judiciary as well. There were people there who said that Unity Party gave them the job, that Unity Party made them to be judges, that Unity Party made them, in fact, there were people who were Unity Party partisans. And because of people that George Weah incorporated, such as Barney Sherman, who were very strong in the judiciary and the alignment with George Weah, and you had our old man, Bernard, so forth, all of them, Weah relied heavily on them. So they decided to even recommend people for the judiciary positions. Some of them, they recommended them as judges. Those people, they still have ties with the Unity Party. Today, those things are working against the CDC as the CDC have left power. So they believe that they still owe it to the Unity Party. So George Weah was not looking at political party. There were people in at the level, there were Barney Sherman, you have Musa Dine, you had Gibson there, all of them, they're the one with the legal team that used to be there recommending people to George Weah for appointments. Some of the people they were recommending are people whom they believe that their ties, they were loyal to Unity Party. But as they came, George Weah did those appointments. Today, some of them, they are judges. Some of the decisions, some of them took affecting the CDC today. And I'm not saying that their judicial decisions are wrong and they are doing it based on party lines. But sometimes you will sit and ask yourself question, why are some of these things happening? Why are some of these things happening? Again, at the level of the judiciary, it doesn't mean because you appointed a judge, the judge is going to work at your political will and pleasure. No, they are independent and they will work at their way. But I'm just trying to tell you some things that happened. So just look at where the CDC came from. The CDC was in Hazum. It was a difficult thing for the CDC. That's why you saw in the military, some of the folks who went there, when did they join the military? They joined the military time Unity Party was in power. So as a result of that, in the AFL, it was easier for the guys to politicize the military because they believe that they have some ties with the Unity Party than the CDC. The CDC just came to power for 6 years. But these guys, they were in the military for a whole 12 years. They built arms and levels and rank that they grew through. It was Barney Samuka that made them to get oppositions and things.
through their influence and thing as defense minister. Remember now, Brandon Samuka served as the longest serving minister under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf until she left power. 12 years Brandon Samuka served for. So you will know the level of loyalty and people he has within the military that grew various ranks and think that they have no ties. I just trying to tell you some of these things because when you see things playing out, you're going to ask yourself a question. I want to know how these things happen. So we go behind the scene and then ask you the question to be able to answer that question for you. Why these things are happening? CDC was in a very high zone. So it was difficult. Like politics will enter the military, politics will enter the police, politics will enter everywhere because people were more thinking about their political alignment with folks within the Unity Party. That's why you see some of these informations were out. Sometimes the joint security will go for meeting before you hear Eugene Fagon finish posting it. That the joint security just came from so and so meeting. Because the guys who were in the joint security, they had some political ties and history and alignment with the Unity Party. So they were feeding the Unity Party with sensitive security information. That's why the CDC suffered the most. So if you are not hearing about Kush and Tina, the data, or you are not hearing at the hospitals how many persons getting pregnant, women are dying, or there's that, the maternal mortality, all those kind of things, the Unity Party folks are controlling the data again. They are still in oppositions, but controlling it in favor of the Unity Party they supported. Those health practitioners, I know for sure. I'm saying these things, fact. I'm saying a fact. I will give you a classic example, and this is it. Yeah, classic example. Look, when we are saying these things, we are saying this so that you understand. There is a medical doctor, a Lofa County Health Team officer, they call him Dr. Moses. Now we are going to listen to him. Lofa County Health Officer, Dr. Moses. I think he must have been one of those persons or whatever. But Dr. Moses, I don't know whatever it is. Dr. Moses, who or whatever it is. But let me see. Listen to him, you will know what I'm talking. There's a doctor, a medical doctor. Listen to him. He's controlling the Lofa County Health Team. He wears the Lofa County Unity Party cap and goes out clearly in these times. Listen to what he got to say. You know, when we say anything, I can go say, oh,
for me, we are not afraid because we said today there are two good news that have occurred. We just came from Melekuma. The minister has also broken ground. I think the minister said the chief wanted to go political, but he's here. But for me, we are not afraid because we said.
Yes, addressing another was the occasion. I think that Francis Sakala Yimadi had gone for a program where they say they want to build radio stations, plenty in Lofa County, and it's going to be what they call. So there's medical doctor now who is called Dr. Moses Wedega. Dr. Moses Wedega is the county health officer for Lofa County. Dr. Moses Wedega is about to speak. He sees that some of his colleagues, they don't want to go political, but for him, he said it's scared, but he buy and get high on a thing, coming political. You listen to him, then you will now concur with me on what I'm saying here.
Minister said the chief wanted to go political, but he's here. But for me, we are not afraid because we said today there are two good news that have occurred. We just came from Melekuma. The minister have also broken ground for a new health facility along with a maternal waiting home right in Melekuma. Today again, just short period of time, we are here again with our good news. I don't know what else you watching social media. Go to Basel right now. See the much of development that is happening in Basel. They told to say, see Basel. The reason I always say my superintendent is working is because we don't have the concession companies. If we had a concession company, the December that the minister talking about will be launching. But however, we are here to launch because new thing happening every day. So, Honorable Minister, we trust the ability of the government. There will no 2029. There will be no message again for the opposition. We that are here.
You listen to him. There's a medical doctor for Lofa County. Y'all listen to him. There's a medical. You know when I'm saying things, those of you in the health sector, you say, "Hey, we can help you put him more on us." I wonder your think y'all get sense and brain more than people like us, or y'all love this country more than us, or y'all just think we are fools. That's why I don't go to some of you hospitals and I told people the day I'm unconscious or whatever it is. Don't get me. I get my friend that I can be near me and can be telling you all of the time. And my immediate family, they know my friend who are medical doctors that I trust. Because the wicked bunch of people, that kind of man, listen to him talking. Listen to him talking. This is the kind of man. Listen to him.
The December that the minister talking about will be launching, but however, we are here to launch because new thing happening every day. So, honorable minister, we trust the ability of the government. And we know 2029 there will be no message again for the opposition. We that are here, I alone, I will challenge any opposition because so new thing have happened on the health system. So we are not afraid. We make commitment to the process. I alone can defeat the entire opposition in Lofa County. Thank you.
Imagine that. You're listening to him, right? You're listening to him. What's the sense of professionalism? What? I want some of these guys know. Oh gosh, this country. This is the medical. He's telling you now. This is the county health officer, Dr. Moses Wedega. He said 2029 man, one will defeat the whole opposition. What's the essence? So the kind of man CDC wins, he should be kept there as a doctor to operate. You can see that clearly. Ask yourself the question. Is he a professional doctor? No, he's not a professional person. He's not a professional person. Ask anybody anywhere. This is how Joseph Boakai have disgraced this whole country. This kind of man able to kill any sedition. This terrible man. This man is very terrible. The man is talking in a way, he say, my other friend, because some of your friends, they are professionally thinking and say, look, we can put ourselves into this thing, we'll hold ourselves back. You think in the military, we don't have people there? You think in the military, you think there are people there who are not sedition or unity party people, or you think they will put it on their face, they got to hold it back because of the profession. That's what we call professionalism. That's what we call professionalism. You're a medical doctor. When they put talking about this, you take your politics from here. Though you have a political alignment, you know exactly who you're going to be voting for. But when they bring it there, you want to be seen as a neutral person who feels, who every other patient, whether from any political background, they will not see that appearance of your political alignment and feel safe in your hand. Right? And feel safe in your hand. This guy, if that kind of man, that guy shouldn't have even license to operate as a medical doctor. He should either go sit down somewhere to what? He shouldn't have a license to even operate as a medical doctor. This is terrible. The Unity Party folks, all the brain there, you say you're high, you're here. So more brains most of you have. That's why the more brain doctors that you have, that's why they behave in the way they behave. These guys are crazy. One more, look, so you don't have, you as a professional person, you don't get any other job to do that when they take county health officer job from you. I'm Abraham Godson. I haven't gone anywhere in law yet, but I'm surviving on the little legal profession, and I'm surviving on it already. You're not able to manage yourself to go open your leg clinic and whatever it is that they county health job here you're looking for which you are there disgracing yourself, humiliating yourself, damaging and abusing, and becoming a disgrace to this very noble profession of yours, talking things like a politician. I alone can say that right here and defeat all the politicians, all the opposition.
Thing happening every day. So, honorable minister, we trust the ability of the government. And we know 2029 there will be no message again for the opposition. We that are here, I alone, I will challenge any opposition because so new thing have happened on the health system. So we are not afraid. We make commitment to the process. 2029, I alone can defeat the entire opposition in Lofa County. Thank you.
Yeah. They call him Moses Wedega. And he's supposed to be there because Joseph Boakai will keep him there. That man resembles anything like medical doctor or something. Useless doctor, stupid doctor, mud brain doctor who had lost his perfection, lost everything about it. That's what he's saying, So everything we come here and say, those of you in the health sector who can be saying, oh, no. Some of you are too reckless. Some of you are very, very reckless. And things to I don't know. They call him Wedega. This is one of the stupidest bastard men I've ever seen. You're carrying anywhere to him, anywhere. He's very crazy. What carrying him away? You're a doctor, you get different job to do. Did they force you to praise anybody there? Some of your friends are holding back. It's not that they're scared, but they know that they belong to a profession and they don't have to do it. Not that they're scared, no. But it is etiquette. It's ethics. There are things that people like us can want to do. Sometimes we are very careful how we do it. Not because we are afraid, no. We believe that when we do it, nothing will happen to us. You can only be afraid if you think when you do something, something will happen to you, right? But if RAB chose to be a military personnel or whatever it is here and there, yeah, if you're afraid, right? But you want to be held by ethics. People watching, it's possible that nothing will happen to you, but people watching. You think they can't praise Unity Party now as medical doctor? You think they will dismiss them? No. But why you think they will not do it? They hold themselves back. Then you say, my other people is scared. Maybe I'm not scared. What they call because you're useless. You have no value. You are crazy. That's why I can place this other useless bastard man. Call yourself medical doctor. Useless man who cannot live independent of himself. You carry anywhere to him. You tell him. Useless bastard man who cannot live independent of his profession. Abraham, we ain't go anywhere. Yes, whatever it is. My legal profession. I don't even go anywhere in council or something. I don't even go years or practice here. As in I am surviving on it. I'm not chasing behind Unity Party people or even texting them and saying, my man, you please help me with small rice. Let me go, what I got to go feed my family. If I even want to take video about what happening to my house now with the little, at least, what they call it, I will show you, hey, you will see what's happening there. Yeah, they come, man. But anyway, that's it. But I just thought to share with you so that you will know the kind of zone city he was in. The kind of people there who were in the system already. They were working against the CDC. The kind of men that were giving a bad record and data there to do NGOs then that were going for statistics and things. Then they will call them as medical doctors, county health officer. They will carry them to the terrible era, the other era picture. That the kind of people that were doing the thing against the CDC. So when you saw most of these data and statistics negative against the CDC government, that the kind of men that were doing it. That's the difference. That they can't human being were doing it against the CDC. So if you will not be hearing about this statistic now because they're sitting now, oh, who told you not dying plenty in Lofa County? He forgets about what the health sector is like in Lofa County. He runs straight to politics. How BBT happening in Buchanan? How there's that here? All kind of useless thing that he's talking. People dying. Pregnant women, they are dying. Go in Lofa County. People dying. Everywhere you see, they got to put people in Transaco and Tina, carrying them all over the place. No better health facilities there. But he's sitting down on that because they used to be giving the negative statistics out under the CDC government. By the way, 2029 is coming. Thank God they are showing out themselves and they are showing themselves the most. They should pray that the obvious does not happen because it is obvious that the Unity Party will not get it. Whether they want to leave their knife or whatever it is, leave the hospital and say they're going to campaign at their business. They must just be careful how they're campaigning. Because some of them, if anything crazy happened during the election, crazy things will happen as well. And I'm telling you it. I can be saying it, I can be saying it and say, I'm beating war drum. Okay, you're looking for war drum. The cartel, they were beating war drum. And they wanted you also to go to, the one that say, your Joseph Boga, they cost the power, they cost the son, they cost Katumu and all, they cost then, in your hair, model something inside, that the people who are beating the war drum, that you're looking for war, they get your time. And they didn't want, you know, I'll tell my team to put culture and tell us how you must run this country so that we don't go back to war days. They be beating war drum. The real war drum that the cartel people were beating war drum recently. You're looking for a war drum. Cartel people were beating the war drum. And I'm saying it again. 2029. You don't try it. Yeah, you don't try it. You don't try it because you try it. It will not be the end of the bureau. It will be the end of you people. By the way, people may not understand these things, and we say them on a daily basis. And of course, let me try to call him Bobo Akwe. And of course, he's let me just call him in. This is the CDC. You may call him CDC acting chairman of Lofa County. and let me get to Koluba Akwe. Bobo, you can just flash me up. I will call you up. Yeah, but Koluba Akwe too, I will call you up. If you can just send me Bobo number, let me call Bobo Akwewala. Yeah, so that I can just hear from people there in Lofa County on what that doctor, who is the doctor, how long he has been there with them, why is Basso man doing in Lofa County to kill people there because of Joseph Boakai business, and I think it's quite terrible, and and it's too disappointing. It's too disappointing. Yeah, remember that first I said, I just into that recording is too disappointing. All right, and but let me call you. So that you can tell who is this doctor? Why you carry Basso man to that place there? And he wants to kill everybody there, very much reckless guy. He wants to kill everybody in Lofa County just for Joseph Boakai business. They say, where the guy? I will carry where the guy down there. May okay all live here down there. And who's supporting CDC or supporting any other political party. That kind of man you go carry there in your county. So you see the kind of thing talking down there. That man, you'll be careful with him. You'll be careful with him. That the kind of man when the patient then go, they say that who you supporting. You will be on the net. They will be telling you that who you're supporting. Bobo Akwewala, what's up, Chief? How's everything with you? And Lofa brother, how's everything? Oh, you're managing. Yeah. Bobo, just wait. Let me try to do it. Will not be too long. I don't want to take up your time because we got other issues to discuss. Bobo, are you getting me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's go on quickly. I just played the voice of a doctor who apparently almost everyone else saying it's a reckless statement that he made. One, I know Wedega.
Wedega.
Do you know the Wedega man? And how long you been knowing Wedega?
In fact, this is my first time seeing a doctor. I mean, a Wedega. That was my first day seeing Wedega. The Wedega made those statements during a groundbreaking ceremony of a new radio station in Lofa County, Vonjama here.
Okay.
Yes, during that occasion, that was a statement he made. And in fact, these are people that are bringing separation, division in as a doctor. You are in the government, you are in position. You are a civil servant. It's even against the rules of civil servant, the code of conduct. It's against the civil servant law for a civil servant to make a political statement or to engage in political, or to even canvass, or to even make political statement while in position or while in government, while serving the government or taking taxpayer money, and you are there. It's all about bringing separation. But when you come out in public to tell the people that, in fact, I alone can challenge their opposition, it means you have taken side. As a civil servant, you are there to serve the people. These are people that bring division in these places. Because when you tell the people that you are a unity partisan, and one or the other others to be unity partisan, if they refuse, then it means that you are intimidated even at the work, the job site or the working area. You're intimidated. And most of them will even shy away. Most of them will not be satisfied. And this is the reason a lot of them can be shortlisted. Most of them were shortlisted in time past. Because they prove to the people that they are unipartisan. You are there to serve the people, not to prove to the people that you are politician. So what I got made those statement, I even discussed it, people condemn it. It was actually wrong. Is that in place? Is that in order? It was actually wrong to do that. But I know the government will not take any action. The government will keep quiet because this is their government. You say this is our government. I'm well protected. It's wrong.
Wedega.
That was wrong.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why people choose to do that.
Separation. These are people that bring separation in even our hospitals.
But with this being said, and many medical practitioners all over the world, I remember a friend of mine, and of course, one of our Adam followers here, just told us that indeed he's a federal health practitioners in the United States of America. They came from politics into the health sector. They don't do that. They may be Democrats or Republicans, but as a federal servant, and you can run politics. And it is also called that even here in Liberia, the kind of way where they got when I think he crossed the lines and far beyond Libya.
Absolutely. These are people that are messing our system up. And they will say, this is our turn, and it will be protected. No action will be taken against them. No precedent. This is wrong. If this government is a mature government, like they've been speculating, they've been saying everywhere, and I think the best thing is to exhibit that maturity. Perhaps others are mature, but a lot of them are not. Honestly.
Okay.
And so Wariga's statement, he alone can challenge politicians. If I no campaign, no message for opposition.
Yo.
I'm not a politician in the first place. I'm not part of Unipart. I'm not part of CDC. But I am a partisan journalist. I think with the civil servant law, he was actually wrong to have said that. And I think there's need for the government or Ambassador Boga to take action.
Okay. Thank you, Bobo Akwewala, and of course, independent journalist there in Lofa County, foreign activities there as well. Bobo, thank you so much. And the CDC chair sends this statement as being a threat to opposition figures, and CDC being the leading opposition political party in the county. So, Koloba and Akwe will have to call in. And right here tonight, let me just pick in briefly on it, because at least we have gotten an independent journalist and, of course, somebody who's non-partisan. But, of course, listening to what he just said is difficult. And to just comprehend why Wariga will have to do what he did. And, Wariga is, the name said Wariga, Basa something. And so we think, Wariga, why you have to do that? I don't know. By the way, that's terrible. That's terrible. And this information that just came out from Wariga in relation to what Wariga did, how the CDC Lofa County had been able to receive this information. Let me speak with Koloba Akwe quickly, then we'll be able to get to why we are here tonight as well on other issues of concerns, national concerns. And Koloba, how you doing? Hello? Let me get to him. Okay, I think he calls in. Yeah, Koloba, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening, AB, and good evening to your many listeners out there.
Yeah, I just played a disturbing video quickly, and I just played a disturbing video, and in which a medical doctor who's the head of the health activities there in the county decided to draw political lines, threatening that oppositions will be defeated, and in defeating them, anything could happen. You are the head of the largest opposition political party in that county, in which he is superintending as county health officer. How you people be able to agree this? Did you listen to it? Did you follow it?
It was our radio station that even put that portion of it.
Okay.
Dr. Wariga was brought to Lofa after the very Lofian protested against one Dr. Raphael.
Okay.
So that's how they brought you as a compromise medical doctor there, who is the CHO. But this guy, his statement was it is not a first time anyway. The last time when Thomas Fala was we're opening the road, the bridge, he wore, the party share with Joseph Bakar on it. And I met his also. I commented on the issue that I want to be chairman. I told him, but this is wrong, Chief. This is wrong. You are a medical doctor, for God's sake, in the theater. How can you make such a statement? Even after the pronouncement, I went to Vonjima. I appeared on radio Kintoma, and you saw the kind of lecture he received. And the people were very angry. Very, very angry. But sometimes, if the boss or bosses, who is the CSA director, is not to where do we go?
Sure.
Where do we go? Where do we go? That is just, if he says it openly. You know this motto, for grand battle, you know the politics? You know the politics? Then I say, you are a civil servant, but you are a medical doctor. You are a medical doctor, for God's sake.
And besides him being medical doctor, he presides over the entire county health sector. So
all of the doctors, yes, he controls all of the doctors and nurses in the entire Lofa County. So maybe for utterances, that sends signal out to the various facilities that this is it. But the last time when you got that video where the people are celebrating in Trevoyan Hospital,
Yeah.
anybody you don't want back away treat you like
Yeah,
a
we
dog.
treat you like a
And
dog.
on the radio, I say the day I get sick, even if I'm unconscious, you kept me Jimmy.
Wow.
Because it's terrible. Yeah. I said open the radio. I said the day I get sick and try to
But with that statement being made by Wedega, who is a Bassa man from Grand Bassa County, going in Lofa County, in a county which, if he were to do anything terrible there that would lead to the loss of lives, if we wouldn't be harmed, he could just leave from there. Are Lofians taking this statement lightly? Because for a man of such to leave from his county of origin, goes into Lofa County and makes a statement that puts fear and, of course, put the lives of would-be patients at risk because of their political alignment, this speaks beyond just what it is. Are you people quite concerned about Wedega destroying the entire Lofa County, harming almost everyone else there who will stand against the Unity Party? And that could be a serious problem that Bassa Wedega will cause there and run back to his county, Grand Bassa County.
You know, the people, honestly, many of them are ashamed. Many of them are ashamed. What I'm seeing this is that, you are a pastor. The Bible says, if you don't unite, the foreigner will take over your land. That's what happened in Lofa. They fought a doctor that was there until they brought him. Now they are even ashamed because many of them, even in the country, have things. Many of them are angry because, according to them, they may not even know how to talk to them because he feels that he calls the minister my mother. Call anybody from the country, I think they will tell you. I just started with him. This is a guy who will stay there and walk in the street of Wanchama, a medical doctor.
Okay.
I'm seeing it. It's the only thing.
Okay.
He walks in the street. He walks in the street. The people are so angry, but they can't talk. They say that they are government chief. Many of them, if the country have thing. You let parties in. So what would they say? That the president saying that? That the minister saying that? Maybe they say maybe the minister sending there to punish them because they rejected Raphael.
Okay.
People are angry, but they can't say, they can't talk.
Okay.
And they see this here, we're not going there, chief. I can't go there.
Okay. Don't go there. Don't go there. And that's it. Wedega from Bassa goes there to harm the people of Lofa County, makes reckless statement in Lofa County. And I believe Wedega wouldn't have stood in Grand Bassa County and made such a reckless statement. He knew exactly what would be the consequences. But of course, he knows where he's standing. And of course, that's it. All right. So we want to say thanks to all of you for listening to this portion. And we thought to highlight it because it's very key. Very, very key. People should be professionals. I'm a journalist. I can do whatever it is I want to do. I can have a size or whatever it is it's called for. I'm not a medical practitioner. People can get options to either listen to me or not. But when someone is sick, they have no option. In fact, some people are even sick. They are conscious. They don't have conscience. They lose their conscience. So at that point, the person goes to the hospital. But here, anybody want to listen to me? They listen to me. You want to switch? You switch. Whatever it is, you get option. But when people are health practitioners, you should know that there are some people who will go to you that they have no other alternative. But they must go to you. That's why, because you are the way for them, you should stay clear of these kind of things. The military, the police, people always have to go to you, no matter what it is. That's the only option they have. The military. Or what? That's why they say you stay clear. But as journalists, everybody can choose the one listen to me. You get option, or what? You force to come to me? No. Your life does not hang on me. Nothing. Your survival does not hang on me. You want to listen to me? You listen to me. You want whatever it is, you have options. But what we call economics, they call inelastic goose. That means that goose that no matter what it is, you cannot live without. Yeah, the water is inelastic. You can't stretch it. There's no other way. You must get water at all costs. Me, I learned those small things and way. By the way, we want to say thanks to all of you. We are right here on this very day. And let me come to something important as we get on in relation to this issue. Today, they said they went to a private bar. I didn't know that it was this private bar that Joseph Boakai went to, that his son was doing something there, whatever it is, he no stress on. That the place he was doing the thing, that the private bar the man went to, Joseph Boakai. So that a cocaine spot. And I told you that a man can always attend to anywhere there is drug-related issue. No wonder Joseph Walker used to be insulting the LDA on the current ORC officers in charge team. He said, oh, they're just arresting people. Oh, you're hearing the bad news. Oh, they're just arresting people everywhere. They're just arresting people. Joseph Walker got vexed at the cabinet meeting. I played that video already. I was still looking for that same video to play again. I couldn't find it. I will have played it again. I did play it here. I highlighted it. That he was angry at the cabinet meeting. That the DA just going arresting people all over, not knowing the real crux of this whole thing was the DA was touching Joseph Walker people. So he took that complaint to cabinet meeting because his son Jojo Walker, then they were laying the complaint of the DA that they just grabbing people everywhere, they just grabbing people. So he took that complaint that he children at heart to the cabinet meeting. Right? Yeah. But you see, God is wonderful. And I will tell you people here tonight, God is very wonderful. You see, every time I sit on the show, I tell you people, God can open my eyes to a lot of things to see it. He will tell me, say, AB, say it. And I will say it tonight. You know, every time I'm listening, and you hear our opponents, oh, most of our opponents, they say, but Stanton Waterspoon giving the opponent hard time. His platform giving the opponent hard time here, and the high said, then I get back into my own thought processes and go back to God, say, why is this happening? Please open my eyes to it, to tell me, why is this thing happening at all? God say, Abraham, shine your eyes. Go back to your Bible and read. There are a lot of stories in reference to what's happening, Abraham. And God just opened my eyes, and I was sitting down, I was sharing with Israel, and I shared with, because they're the one in this whole church business. Israel, a great singer, Sam Umpada, pastor, preaching. So I just got to understand the reason why God was using that platform, and of course, Waterspoon on purpose. It's biblical. Listen to him. There's the man whose platform was used for the wrong reasons to carry out what we call the persecution of seditions. The CDC government, George Weah and his entire team, they lied. They manufactured stories. They did XYZ. Every other thing they did it. And as God could have it, and because he prepared this purpose for them, he allows. Now today, is the same platform that God is using, and it's biblical. And I will try to give you that biblical link to it. But there's one of the guys who will go on Facebook and be writing all kinds of trash. One Vanny Saki, he will go on writing all kinds of trash. So I don't know what thing God just put in here. He asked Stanton Waterspoon certain question. He said, "Oh, you know, when we're going power, 20 days, all kind of terrible things that were happening. So the way 2 years on Joseph Walker, or 3 years or so forth on Joseph Walker, is the country better off than what it was on a similar lifespan or period on a George Weah administration?" And Stanton had this to say. So let's play the voice of both, and then I will tell you why this is happening. So let me just share with you so that you get it, because it's important. It's important. Let me just share with you. Listen to this. You know, I only want to follow this Stanton thing here and there, but I will bring this to your attention to tell you how God is at work, right? So let's listen to Stanton in his response to the Vanny Saki man, who really wanted to go on ground when Stanton was speaking. And he said the fact. It's God now speaking. And I'll tell you people, God is at work. God is at work. So let's listen to them.
When I endorsed and campaign for President Joseph Walker, I did not do so believing that he will win and run a perfect government.
I want you to take your time and just your question only. Repeat your question. I want people to hear you that I answer.
Thank you so much, Stanton. I stated, when I endorsed and campaign for President Joseph Walker, I did not do so believing that he will win and run a perfect government, a flawless government, a spotless government, a government that was going to change the country in 3 years. Until I bring to Washington, they were not my belief. But Stanton, before January 22nd, 2024, 6 years under the CDC government, so many things happened, from drugs, security, getting international image, massive corruption in government. Not a team prompted you and I, Stanton, to say, you know what, we are on the wrong path and we must make a change. And those things made you and I to stand up to fight, and we defeated the CDC government. Now I'm asking you, Stanton, those things that prompted you to support Joseph Walker, are we today better off than we were before January 22nd, 2024. You meet there?
Thank you very much, Manny. Thank you. Let me meet you for me to get a very clear understanding, for you to understand me. Right, Gibson, listen, breaking people's homes and making them homeless, we are not better off. Taking jobs from the Liberian people and making them jobless, we are not better off. Not being transparent with the border issue, we are not better off. Medtech issue that we fought against and said Medtech was wrong, and President Walker promised to find a solution, recommendation was made, and the president have not acted upon Medtech, we are not better off. When we came to power, Marcos and Parcos brought us to power. When Prophet Key used to rain curses on everyone, we accepted it. But today, Prophet Key is in jail. To silence the freedom of expression and speech, we are not better off. And you know that, Vanisaki, we are not. Removing a speaker, putting the country on attention, burning down the Capitol building, Honor Joseph Yema Bwaka, we are not better off. SOE not contributing to the budget, and we don't know where the money going on all the SOEs in the country. We are not better off. Must I continue, Vanny? Must I continue? The situation at Kinjo, that people died in the hands of the Liberian National Police. That investigation is sealed today. We are not better off. The miracle $10 million that came and fell from heaven to build the project, Joseph Yema Bwaka project, President Bwaka project in Foya, that no hidden take. We are not better off. Just I continue removing people illegally from tenure positions and filling them up with our own people, believing that's the way to go. Brother, we are not better off. And I can give this to the Liberian people that will answer you. When you got interim drugs leadership at LDA, over 5 different interim leadership, that when money come through the border, they steal the money, allegation, no here, no there, no investigation. The increase in trade, we are not better off. So Vanny, we can do this all day. The president promised children not to be between cars, to sell, but to be in school. Go on the street today. We are not better off. JFK situation, clinics and hospitals across the country, and healthcare. Look how worse they are today. We are not better off. You want to ask me if we are better off? And you know what? I will say this to you. President Joseph Yema Bwaka got a lot to do. God is not making new land and kicking our Liberian people on the street. We are not better off. Going after Amara Kone, a sitting senator that you agree with, removing Yeke Koruba when he expressed himself, a representative, and you agree that it was right to do so, removing Joe from Mark Jabate. Brother, Unity Party is in trouble. We are not better off. So I
Thank
would say,
thank you. You don't have to go further.
no, let me go further. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. Giving 25 years to Asala Mita for doing nothing for the Liberian people, and with people still living in tent. You think we are better off? But we will give them 25 years because they gave us $200 million for walking away with billions of dollars. Do you think we are better off? No, we are not. God is not making new land.
They don't stop.
and kicking our Liberian people on the street. We are not better off. Going after Amara Kone, a sitting senator that you agree with, removing Yeke Koruba when he expressed himself, a representative, and you agree that it was right to do so, removing Joe from Mark Jabate. Brother, Unity Party is in trouble. We are not better off. So I
Thank you,
would say,
Senator. Thank you. You don't have to go further.
no, let me go further. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. Giving 25 years to Asala Mitar for doing nothing for the Liberian peoples, our people still living in tent. You think we are better off? But we will give them 25 years because they gave us $200 million for walking away with billions of dollars. Do you think we are better off? No, we are not. B Mountain? No, we are not. Western Cluster? No, we are not. CTN? No, we are not. So tell me something.
So now the United Party folks, whole day I say AB then on the government, yeah, like oh man, the man you was celebrating. The man, you see, this is where the biblical aspect comes in. And I want for those of you Unity Party pastor then to listen to me tonight. I want for you to listen to me because the CDC pastor there, or the Liberian people pastor there, the someone there who already know about what I'm talking about here tonight. So let's listen. This is how God works. Biblically, let me try to biblically contextualize this whole thing here and place something in a place of a figure. So that you will know. Right? You know what God is doing? You know what God is doing? You remember the story about Paul? You've been hearing about Paul when he was Saul to Paul. What did Paul? How did Paul start? When he was Saul, the name honor Saul. When he was operating as Saul, what was he used for? What was he used for? Paul was used as an agent of evil against God's children. That's what Paul was used for. At that time, he was Saul. He was used as an agent of evil against God's children. Anytime they say, oh, Christian and got on this out, Paul, at the time he was Saul, he will say, y'all give me the instruction or whatever, y'all give me men, let's move. He will go there and he was the mastermind, the lead executor of all the persecution against Christians. When God got ready, God did not just convert Paul, because God wanted to deal with the very people who were persecuting his people, and to deal with them in a formal manner, God wanted to do it so that it will be more painful. God would have used any of those Israelites to have carried on that action. It wouldn't have been more painful. I'm teaching you a Bible lesson here tonight. You understand why God takes some decision and why he uses certain people. That's what I'm telling you here tonight. You listen to me. I'm preaching. I'm here for that thing. I'm preaching. God wanted for it to be painful. Instead, since God wanted to fight, to avenge, to revenge the pain against his people, he grabbed one of the perpetrators. And Paul converted him from Saul to Paul. And used the same Paul and say, go back against the people fighting for against my people. That kind of fight can look so painful. You know, anything I say to the United Party people, then they know that something I've been saying before, whatever, it doesn't really hurt them. But when one spoke who used to be with them on their side, when he says it pains them so much. In fact, many citizens, they say, yeah, that's how God operates. God said, look, I am not going to use, but no, Eddie they have said these things. Abu, Sherry, they have said these things over and over. Winston Bloody, they have said these things over and over. And here and there, these people will stay recalcitrant and whatever it is. I am now going to use one of their own who was with them, who agree with them, who lie with them, who manufacture with them, who program these things with them. I'm going to use one of them. And that is what God did in the case of Paul. God said, Paul, you go back to people. It will hide them. It will hide them the most. That's how God operates. So it is more painful. And you ask yourself the question again, biblically, why God decided to use Moses? You got to know why. Do you know why? God would have used any other person. Aaron, all of them were there. God would have used them to go and run. But God decided to use Moses. You know why? Because it would be more painful to Pharaoh. Why? Because Moses grew up with Pharaoh. He grew up. He grew up. He grew up. He was like a son. In fact, a son in Pharaoh's kingdom. God said, the very man that you grew up like this, what they call, I will realign him with his root. And it is the man who will come. So that kind of thing that somebody you brought up, standing up to you today, and challenging you. That thing, all were playing Pharaoh here. When God want to hurt you, God wanted to be painful, he will use one of your own against you. That what Stanton is used against them today. You didn't stand up, really want to go, that's God. Because God prepared. No, God staged this whole thing and make it to work. George, we are leave. This battle is not yours. It's mine to fight. Do this battle in a way that you yourself, you will not be involved in the fighting of this battle. I will use one of their own that they depended on to fight them today. They're struggling. You see, when we be telling you some of these things, you go, there's that, you know, people may not understand. Look, people may not understand how God works. God is God. Who put that question there in Vernon Saki more to ask Stanton Waterspoon on the show? It is not God. They bury him until he said, no, enough, you got to go for it. Because those were facts. Those are facts, not where, but are facts. We see it on a daily basis. The Unity Party people in the community then, that Abraham, where you're hearing it from, that man CC, then you're hearing it from, that man Betty, then you're hearing it from, that one you're hearing it from, no. That your own man, your mate, who came out and said that your manufacturer lies. You lied too much. In fact, your own man called Barcos, that what brought you to power. He said it. Freedom of expression. You get called and removed today. He said it. That's God. When I'm sitting down talking to you people, it's God at work. That's why I gave you the biblical story so that you will know how God works. It's painful for you guys, but what you can do about it? You think God cares about how you feel? Do you know how many hurt you have caused this country? Do you know how many innocent people you had to kill because you wanted the CDC to look ugly? Do you know how many hospitals, your medical doctors who are showing themselves out today, they had to inject people, be reckless on patients because they wanted to pin the CDC bad? Do you know what you people did in this country? You enter the level of the military, you politicize the military as well. You enter the police, you politicize the police force, the entire security system of this country, you destroyed, ram this entire country. Carry the country back to almost near war or failed state, something that we thought we've graduated from. Professionals are turned into becoming terrible people, doing a lot of terrible things in this country. Do you know what you hurt this country to be? You think God is going to take it lightly with you? They drug thing and you're hearing about. The more shame and disgrace will continue to haunt you is God at work. You'll get more to go through. Before we reach 2029, and when you be hearing, you're talking, we are not come back. You're going to talk like that this time. You're fighting now on your survival. They dropped in a hang on your neck by way until you're fighting for your survival now. You're fighting for your survival. Nobody created it. Thank God you know that in your own drug cartel thing, your drug cartel thing, you can't find any CDC person there. So you want to go to CDC regime on time to entrap CDC. But in the current drug cartel thing, you're not able to find any CDC person there because CDC person is not involved. No CDC person is involved. That's why you're jumping when I say we're going to 2022 that your time. Do say your own time was NCDC people who are still interfering within your own time and still managing with drugs. Now the question we're not asking about 2021. That CDC own time there. Let's do that one. Honor your own regime. A CDC still bringing drugs. A CDC officials already still involved with drugs. Former officials, are they involved with drugs? The question we're asking. We're not asking about 2021. Not that CDC own time. In fact, CDC have been punished at the battle banks because of what they did. So let's do that one. CDC have already been punished for that. For whatever CDC did with drugs, CDC was already punished. Liberian Pope rejected CDC 2023. So that leader one CDC has already paid a price for it. Honor your own regime. A CDC stay active. Our CDC officials stay active. Honor your regime. Are they still using the influence that they had? That thing that they used to do honor we are. Did they extend it honor Joseph Boakai thinking that you will not know? That the question we're asking. The question we're asking you. You're talking about 2021, 2019 CDC people. In fact, the Liberian Pope punished CDC and told CDC no for that one there. So CDC have already paid the price for it. That your own now we're discussing. Where are the CDC? Because you were giving it to your pro bloggers and things talking about former CDC official will soon be named. Where? Honor your own regime. We say you go to 2021. No, your leader one. Your leader one. And CDC people are already punished for it. Honor your current cartel that we're discussing right here. Where are the CDC people that they the one we're looking for now? That one. That here. If you can ban them here, they will trace them to 2021. But they're not going to 1 year. The brother bar that George show, Tantan Boakai then, the place they can go. Where Joseph Boakai went, starting here, where Katumu Boakai and cocaine smoke all in Katumu until she could walk straight to home. That the one we discuss here. You forget about that one. That's what we discuss here. A hint to the wise is quite sufficient. This one is on you. You must answer for it. The cooking, the thing we're discussing here. Any former CDC official inside that they want more answer first. No, they're not in the one. 2021, no, they lead that one there. They have already been punished for it. In fact, they're compromising until there's no evidence. The same way you destroying evidence here as a government, you think CDC put it into at that time, saying you say they did drugs thing. Yeah. If they did drugs at that time, therefore there's nothing you will find there. So we are discussing the one now. We have also CDC grab them here, then we'll go back. If you grab them here, we'll go back. Look, I challenge you people, if you grab any former CDC official now, and we don't go back, I say personally we'll go back to go check down there and bring it right here. Or into the wise, this first of let's get to the lines and into our before we do that, somebody saying
I want you to take your time. Question only. Repeat your question. I want to put it again that answer.
Thank you so much against Center. When I endorsed and campaign for President Joseph Numa Boakai, I did not do so believing that he will win and run perfect government. The first government, not the government. A government that was going to change the country in 3 years. The time I bring to Washington, they were not my belief. But still, before January 22nd, 2024, 6 years under the CDC government, so many things happened, from drugs, security, getting the national image, as a corruption in government. Not a thing prompted you as Stanton to say, you know what, we are on the wrong path and we must make a change. And those things made you and I together to fight and we defeat the CDC government. Now, the things that prompted you to support Joseph Numa Boakai. And we today better off than we were before January 22nd, 2024. Me there.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. Thank you. Let me meet you for me to get a very clear understanding, for you to understand. Right, listen. Breaking people's homes and making them homeless, we are not better off. Taking jobs from the Liberian people and making them jobless, we are not better off. Not being transparent with the border issue, we are not better off. Medtech issue that we fought against and said Medtech was wrong, and President Boakai promised to find a solution, recommendation were made, and the president has not acted upon matter, we are not better off.
And you can go that living. And then there are drug issues that they bring drugs here. And they don't go back to 22 or 2019, 2018. But they can go back to 2006 or 2018 because they want to go back now. So the drug issue is associated with drugs. I have told my friends over and over. I think what I said, I say we have to get behind the funding of the Unity Party because they are evil. The government, they went to square and square. And evil strong to establish a party that made all these people. Everything is happening, they see it, but yet they want to act with us.
Okay.
Hey, my people, we're going to trouble with you.
Thank you. What kind of trouble we in for the answer we have? How are you doing?
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. Eddie, I am Mr. Mohammed, and I come from Angola School Hero. When our community, a member of concern for justice. Eddie, there is a level at which our confidence is strong. Professional people are no longer professional people again. Look at the civil director can frequently violate code of conduct in the sense to make a recommendation for the president to take decision and say he are not taking decision. What do you expect? Everyone will follow his footprint.
Yeah.
That's what happened. This is the level at which those Africa have destroyed this country. That's why we're all around here on loading, protesting profusely. The man who served as past president will not afford to get to you. Could not afford political deal. But rather to be protesting all around here, every little protest is stopping in order to come and destroy the country. Some of us we only pray to God so that we can be on the level side. But with all those things in my mind, they are only protecting their job and thinking they can play to the minds of the people. But once I show them the people's decisions is more than it cannot really own. This will not go to policy. And what happened to the 3? It will not happen to the 9. Because the people will be making competitive analysis and what in the air and what just in my brother has done over last year. This would be the point that was on the 9. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, my brother. Let me get on to the WhatsApp line as well as we move on here tonight. Hello, how are you doing? Quickly, let's hear from you, please. Hello? Yeah, let's hear from you. Yeah.
USA.
Yeah.
Everything was true. Thank you for making us to understand how our country Liberia is running. Every day,
we get the truth or better. Our country with our people, but my disappointment to call this hour is about the doctor in local country. You know, opposition is Liberian. There will always be two sides. If you're not on the right side, you're on the wrong side. If you're not on the wrong side, you're on the right side.
Yeah.
There will always be two sides, the negative and the positive way together to make a completion of the circle.
Yeah.
But the way the doctor side, the doctor is actually some of us we are living in the same that understand the view of people and people and that some of us that the opposite threat in Lova. And the easier way to kill a person is through the medical or the medical way of doing things. So I think the government need to do something. We are speaking right now as Liberian. We want Joseph Boakai to take a stand on that doctor to get the doctor from all of Lofa to save the people of Lofa County, because it was that in Lofa County, yeah, we agree that Joseph Boakai, but he said that people in Lofa County who in line with all the political parties, they are not up for the Unity Party, but they are all Liberian, and they all, including all of them, make a Lofa County. So a better man to leave to go to Lofa County and threaten the opposition life in Lofa County is a complete threat to the Liberian people. And we're asking the government to immediately dismiss that doctor from all of Lofa. We are asking the government in the Lofa will make the people country will rise against that doctor, and you will have no place to live in Lofa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for your contribution. We appreciate that. Let me get on to this caller again. Hello, how you doing, this person? I don't know whether we'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, bro. How you coming on?
I'm doing fine, boss. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, this is running Kadi 1 million we are and follower of the bank gotten we are.
Kadi, let's hear from you.
Yeah, bro. Ebi, thank you for your topic on our discussion. But Ebi, there's no peace for the wicked. The thing that the people do to us in this country, the election that they rig, Central what else more forget. Thing is not better today because the people rig the election. How a thing will be better? But the people deny President we are from the turning point from the airport. That the VIP run that he did when it now how thing will be better. Nothing will be better under the waffle evil president that we get in this country, because data and NSA are killing people under this government. How thing will be better when people dying on the street every day? Nothing will be better. So we pray to God that the government will fall, because for their wicked thing that they do to us. Thank you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate it. Let me get on to the next caller quickly. Hello. Hello. Yeah, let's hear from CDC, baby.
You know, the people are complaining smart now. You make that the law without doctor. It will complete one day before it died. Thank you.
Hey, CDC, baby, thank you. Hello, how you doing? Next one. Hello. Hello. Yes, hear from you, please.
Yeah, this is Mawati. My son, thank you.
Okay, Mawati.
Yeah, I want to tell you, thank you very, very much. Ebi, I pray that you will be playing the recalling to the man Unity Party people. I want you to be playing it, recalling it anytime somebody gets on, replaying it, let it listen to it because they forgot what happened in the past. They don't know that God, He never God that he can just set up, he can do everything that He said the creation of His earth is coming to pass. Then they say for every evil that made doors, Romans chapter 12 verse 11 AB. For every evil that made doors will lay after the door that support you will not depart from them. Evil will not depart from you, the party people. What they sow, they will reap it. Master AB, the beginning of Unity Party people, they will fall, they will not even know how to manage everything they say about George. Now I can be telling you, after I say God save you, that George was able to give power over to the people. Hey, President, we are not going to give power to the people. But for every president, we are a character that we built over here. They were coming to damage for Labrador business. While Labrador say ungrateful, they not say anything, they say all kind of things. So today, God proving Himself in the showing Labrador people, the wickedness of Unity Party people. Thank you, my son.
Thanks, man, Walter. I appreciate that. Thanks to God and of course for everything, the strength He gives you people and us for us to do the job. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
Is we are from the former president resident.
Let's hear from you quickly, please.
Thank you, AB. It just happened, and it will continue happening. One of the good generation, AB Gostin Weir. You know, brother, you always be the best.
Go ahead,
yeah. Today we are hearing on new vessels on the ship. Also now to let the Liberian military who in this country for somebody to tell me that if you do all your bias and other things, collecting your money, you and other people need to take territory, that's something in the 14 military and buried it. Then I only have tangible access to the school fee. They're telling them to go to our new ship. In case there is bomb, they gotta get on the ship. That's why it was so good. We were fast after it. To tell the commander or the supervisor to say, "OT, we cannot go down there." So please tell the people who sing her. But that is not the issue. Is congratulations to His Excellency Dr. Darius Mani. We are be participating in the Nigerian law anytime as a speaker, special guest speaker. So he's the president of the country. He has the mansion key. He has contact. We don't deal with president who don't have contact. War. If that when the president well Nina Smiley saying for the 2 years, that won't be sing because the power, the kind of power will sing and they will continue to live with sing and serve. Some of our in is that of President we are that He brought us back to change our life to make up, and God will bring us back again. And thank you to you, your talking on things happening and your it will now go.
All right, thank you. We appreciate that. And what are you doing? The next caller. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Great. Let's hear from you.
Okay, by recognition, this is Eda Ruben Repuid. I'm calling you from ULEF Community Imam Bari.
All right, Eda.
I want to thank you, first of all, for your talking point tonight. Look, maybe I want to say, like, you guys are always the voice of the voiceless. Because many of these things you people flag off, some we don't know. But because of you guys, politics is like an open door for everybody. The society, what they used to call the government, what used to be society, you're opening it into our plan and we know the in and out of the government.
Right.
We want to say thank you and giving you guys thumbs up.
Okay.
I appreciate your effort. I appreciate the King's family effort. All of the radio stations that continue to flag this in for us to know. We want to say thank you. If you were not there, the rest of the guys are not there, we wouldn't know anything about drugs, this kind of amount of drugs come in this country, kind of hardcore drugs we're talking about come in the country. And today they say they burn it. But we pray that we hope and pray that they burn it. We want to say thank you all very much. May God continue to guide you and guide your family. Each and every one of you guys who fighting for us. And with one day, our Excellency, His Excellency, Dr. George Mani Weir, the man who is the former president, just like who is popular, just like who is known worldwide, But I always say, I woke up this morning, it just fell into my spirit. I said, President Joseph Boakai made a mistake. If he aligned himself with His Excellency today, his government will be successful. But until he will realize that whom God has blessed, no man can curse, he will know what it is. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to reflect my view this evening.
All right. You're most welcome, my brother. And let me get on to the next caller, then we'll get on to the WhatsApp line, please. Hello, how are you doing? Quickly.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
Fine. Oh, go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thank you. AB. My name is AB, calling for Amagashi District 2.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Like what you said yesterday, that all the one affecting our party. Because this man they call Umar Boakai and his government, they destroy the happiness of the Liberian people. Who need to lie to lie against President Weah. You know, good men like that, if you continue lying against that kind of person, will always stand behind that man. This is why you see happening in our country today. We gathered the lie of President Weah, the President Weah brought in our country. You see what happening now? But wait and see. God will destroy them. I cannot see nothing.
Okay.
Government, they will be disgraced to the land number.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Let me get on to the WhatsApp line. Hello.
Thank you, AB. This is Edmond Carr.
Yeah, Edmond. Let's hear from you, please.
I'm proud and more concerned about justice and pushing for the return of President Weah. You know, the country lacks leadership right now. So that is the reason why some of us are continually fighting for the return of our president. You know, and, you know, that's Joe Boakai right there. You know, like you were saying, the bastard man go to Lofa and flexing his muscle that he can defeat any politician, all the politicians in Lofa County. And he's doing that in mind, he want to protect his job. But in protecting your job now, you are putting your profession on the line. You're not supposed to do it. Not only that, he fight stand. He listened to our chair in the county. And in fact, the last time the mayor were in T-shirt, Joe Boakai only, Fire President only. So this is the Joe Boakai that we got. Okay? You can tell me that you are not having no good history. Every institution you preside over, you destroy it. Then you want to do the same thing to our country. The whole country now will depending on you are presiding over it and gradually destroying it. But here is what they're trying to do. They are confused. So this is what they are doing, everything that they can, making sure that anything is there or CDC in the whole country. You know, somebody can know will do comparison. It's what kind of comparison you do? 100 million to 500 million. What is comparison? In fact, the higher grade of drugs, we are talking about cocaine. You are importing it from the country, exporting it out of the country. That's a fine comparison there. Go to during our time, which minister name you heard? You ever heard the president, any of the minister, any of the deputy, any of the assistant, nor any of the children that? Because see where he used looking for himself, that is the see where his children are used to looking for money. During the 6 years of President Weah, you didn't hear anything about his children there around the presidency. But here today, we hear about the cocaine, we hear about Jojo, we hear about Boakai Foster's son, we hear about he the one got a boat. So everywhere, like I was saying, okay, so we will say, oh, at least our AFL, they are Nina can hear, but for that to tell the Liberian people that the reason why they could not go after the shit is because somebody again in the military legal information to the guys say, oh, the guys are coming, oh, you guys need to go into DC. So we settle with trust now. NSA, that's zero on a Boakai. The police, that's zero on a Boakai. Then the armed forces again. So we don't know, but they want to pray for to preserve our nation. But you prosper on each job, Boakai. Nobody, anybody thinking on that.
Okay.
You'll be in a dream.
Thank you so much, Edmond. Let me get on to the next one right here. Hello, how you doing?
It's doing a long time.
Please go on. Let's don't time. Yeah, let's hear it, please.
This is Mustafa Gibran from Vegas. You know, Eddie, when they say calamity is coming in the country, this is it. I just want to speak on this guy from Lofa, this weird guy. These are the people that were killed in the Bureau Hospital. There, as I said, as a medical doctor, will go in a point that they said they going to break it. They are breaking for a radio station. Country from local country, globe, legislature, be able to fight this man. This man doesn't need to be revoked, maybe a serious issue. This man doesn't need to be revoked. The legislative caucus of the CDC need to put that on the floor. Let them invite him through the health ministry, because this is not his first time. This is not his second time. Let them ask him what kind of medical doctor he is. CDC, any member of the CDC, if you our CDC, you are sick and you want to hospital, just work, take you. Die.
Musa G. Brown. Musa G. You coming up a bit broken. Yeah. Well, I think we're getting you by the network. Yeah, Musa. Musa, thank you. We got you. I know it's in summary. You were just talking about the lesson being revoked and so forth. Yeah, showing it. Kind of man, it doesn't deserve to be, especially a public servant. Yeah. Don't use private capacity. Yeah, your private capacity. You want to be careful. Anyway, that's Liberia for you. Sometimes when we're saying these things, people go against us and they say, oh, evidence is that, but God brought us to this level so that we'll say what we see. And because some of you are afraid to say it, because people will go against you, but for us, people going against us is normal. It's a normal thing. So we don't have time for it. And we are very grateful to all of you for your support you continue to give us. The reason we are saying this all of the time is because this country is for all of us. Whether you like it or not, this country is for all of us. And we'll continue to strengthen this country. Whatever we are speaking against today, tomorrow we'll never support it. Mark my words. And we are on YouTube, Facebook, all the platforms. Mark it. You will never see us contradicting ourselves tomorrow. And I got told somebody, and tomorrow I'll be speaking on that as well. When you refuse to speak to the issues and go on personality, that what becomes the order of the day. That's what we call this program, Face the Issue. Tomorrow we'll talk more about that. So that you get that. Let's get this last call. We'll be closing. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Please go on, Chief, quickly.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm David. I'm calling from Johnsonville.
Johnsonville, let's hear from you.
Yeah. You know, they should set a table that when people during the election we used to read Baga proper to them. We used to explain to them how Baga been leading. Baga it's not a leader. Baga serve. Baga after the meeting, it be broke. Baga serve everywhere he served when he leave from there. Everywhere he did, it break down. So we told the people, we say Baga being elected as president in Liberia will be a calamity to Liberian people. So we advise that they did not listen today. This is what we found ourselves to. So if you also serve as a lesson to Liberian people, let them be able to learn. Not everybody who can come to the internet and say, I'm so person, they should be able to be the next election I will be getting into 2019. They should serve as an advice to the user bloggers of this great and shame to Liberian people. Yesterday you were talking about drugs in we are government. We were telling them, we say, my people, we are government looking at it, drug. You did the party people selling drug here today. But tomorrow it will be proofing. We used to tell them in our little week. But today I've come to proof to solution that today, for God and being selling drugs here in children. He be selling drugs. When the Kwaga was saying he became our president, his son be selling drugs.
Okay.
So then when people take note on it, let the election. If will come today again for clean hand, singing another song. They should not dance to it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate all of you for the time. So, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight right here on this very day. And with God, remember all things are possible. G. Philip Yossi says his name is Moses from Grand Bassa County. He was transferred from Bassa to Lofa to do the damage to the Lofians there. And of course, unclear instruction. But again, with God, all things are possible. And I'm a Bassa man myself and saying that he's a very useless Bassa man. He doesn't represent what it is. It's not a medical doctor. Operating the form and manner he did, just tell him, say, one of your Bassa brothers, Abraham Godson, William says this. Any day I mean, even physically, I know that he's useless. So, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight, right here on this very day. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here with another edition of the show. So, until then, do have a pleasant night. Bye-bye.